Now, more importantly, I'd like to turn it over to change agent, Silicon Valley futurist, and award-winning keynote speaker Jennifer Vessels with us today. Jennifer, thank you for joining us. I'm really interested in hearing your thoughts and takeaways, so please take it away.
Thank you. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here. As Ida said, I am from Silicon Valley. I've led transformative growth and change for large companies like Adobe, Cisco, Microsoft, as well as a number of scale up and growth companies across all industries, including financial services. When I think back to 2020, which is only 5 years ago, but seems a very long time in the past, I crossed the bridge and came over to Europe in January, end of January 2020, with a vision to help companies and leaders really embrace change and technology to create a new world. Now, when I reflect back in January of 2020, digitalization was top of the agenda for almost every corporation around the world. And people had long plans and details and strategies of how they were going to digitalize. Then, March of 2020, digitalization happened. In Silicon Valley, we have a phrase: innovation is born through necessity. Globally, people needed technology in order to work, study, live, travel, and interact. And within the period from March of 2020 until July of 2020, society digitalized 3,000 times faster than in the previous decade because we needed the technology in order to be human. During that period and the following year, the more we used and became comfortable with technology, the more we shared, the more that increased the data pools and gave a lot more user experience to sit on top of the deep research that had been going on and the technological investments that had been made over the last 30 years. This is why in November of 2023, this thing called ChatGPT suddenly came into being and took the world by storm. That was simply the beginning. AI, artificial intelligence, which has been developed, researched, and utilized in many environments for the last 20 years, became mainstream based on user experience data and further advances in technology. That was only the beginning. Because today, with the further advances in technological power through GPUs, special processing units designed for advanced technology, AI can be built into things like autonomy, can be used to speed developments and faster computing systems, and can be leveraged for industrial uses to prevent people from having to be in challenging, dangerous areas to maintain equipment. That can be done through digital twins. And that carries on through the various ranges of what's considered advanced technology, all powered by technology, people working together to solve problems to make life better for people. So, as a Silicon Valley innovator, I believe this is all really cool and that we're at a tipping point where we as people have an opportunity to explore, embrace, and responsibly use technology to take society to a whole new level. Now, I do recognize that I am from Silicon Valley, and some of you may be looking at all of this saying, oh my God, I just simply want to hide away and go back to where we were 10 years ago and carry on business as usual. You do have options today. Unfortunately, simply hiding away is not one of them. Technology, society is at a tipping point and change will continue. The option that I would suggest you think about is shifting your mindset. There are people who view technology and the future and change as the end of the world, the crisis. I view it as an opportunity. And I believe that if you can look at technology and understand it, explore it, gain benefits from it, small steps at a time, you will begin to see that this is an opportunity to do more of what you enjoy, to empower your teams, to be more productive and more satisfied in their work. But it starts with mindset and thinking technology is not the big bad wolf, but it's actually in ways what will take us forward in positive manner, just like that fast digitalization did during the vast period of COVID back 5 years ago. It starts with mindset of, yes, I want to explore, but then beginning to understand what is this thing called AI. In short, AI is computer software. It's programming today. It's based on numerical. It's I's and O's. You tell it what to do, and it does it. I view AI as like a kitchen knife. It's a tool. It's a tool that is designed for a purpose to make it easier for us to do certain things. Just a good knife makes it a lot easier to make a fabulous dinner. Now, that knife, just like AI, used inappropriately, or that knife put in the hands of somebody with negative intent, someone who wants to stab, maim, kill someone, that knife can be dangerous. AI is the same. It's a tool. Used with positive intent, it makes life so much better. If it goes into the hands of people with negative intent, it can cause problems. Determining is it good or bad is up to the way you look at it. If you look at it as positive and you view it as a tool that needs supervision as opposed to unleashed on its own, then you have the perfect win-win of using technology and people. So understand what it is, view it as a tool, and then begin to explore what is this tool really designed for, and how can this tool be used within my team? Just as you would if you hired a new employee. Let's look at the capabilities and the competencies of AI. AI is good at doing things that require a lot of detail, going deep. It's good at analytical. Remember, it's based on numbers. So it can analyze in a structured, logical way vast quantities of data that allows it to be good at researching. It can look out to thousands of documents and systems in seconds. It's good at repetitive, methodical, producing things. It's excellent for the tedious, mundane task for which people can get distracted. People can oversee things without really seeing them. They need to go to the bathroom from time to time. Sensitive things, technology is great at. Things where creativity, innovation, thinking outside the box, using human intuition and empathy, applying context of the real situation and the customer background. That's what people are good at. The things that are squishy, the things that really drive success, while AI and technology does the actual detailed work. Let me give you an example of one of my clients. This is actually a financial services institution based in the US with offices around the United States and partners globally. And they work primarily with corporates. So they have some personal accounts. And in their corporate office, they, for many years, have had a vast customer service team. And that team was divided into sections. Some processed applications for new accounts, applications for loans. Some processed claims for fraud or other issues, and some processed basic customer issues about their accounts. All of these were uploaded either to a portal or sent in via email or phone calls. In 2020, 2021, they were having a huge problem in turnover of these 200 people that were sitting looking at a screen 8 hours a day, receiving and incoming, going back, looking into different systems, checking credit history, processing all of that, and then sending back a reply. Typically, each customer situation that they dealt with could take them anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes. And they sometimes had a 2 week, 3 week, 6 week backlog. Turnover was about 45% in the first year. The operations director, so there's got to be a better way. There is this thing called AI. Let me go out and find a tool, or what could be a tool, that is designed for financial services institutions that can process detailed incomings, applications, and requests, that can look into different databases, and that can actually draft replies to customers. He found one that allowed a claim, an incoming, a request, an application to be processed in 5 seconds instead of 15 to 45 minutes. Great news. Using that tool, these customer service people were needed very carefully to oversee the tool, to make the tough decision calls on the 10% of requests that needed oversight. So he was able to reduce the staff needs from 200 down to 35. Okay, what happened to the other 165 is probably what you're wondering. Their managers spoke one-to-one with each of them and understood what each of those people really enjoyed doing in their work, how they wanted to develop their skills, and explored new opportunities within B of A. Some went into account management, true customer experience, meeting with the corporate accounts. Some went into financial analysis. Some went into accounting. All of those people that had been sitting behind the computer that didn't want to be there were released to do what they do best, all within B of A. That team's turnover went from 45% in the first year down to 5% in the first year. And their customer satisfaction went up 300% because no longer was there a 2 or 3 week wait to have an application processed. It was done in seconds. Technology and people used together create success. And it's not just B of A. Corporations around the globe are implementing technology to deliver real results. And that's improvement in speed, but also quality. Remember, AI and technology is better at details. It doesn't get distracted. Quality check, analysis, allow the tech to do that using the person to understand and interpret how it can apply in the business situation, which ultimately leads to improvements in not only performance, but actual improvements in bottom line results. And for reasons I don't understand, I can no longer click. There we go. Now I can click the screen. Leads to bottom line results, as shown by this study from McKinsey on EBITDA profitability through the right use of technology and people. Ultimately, this is very good for people because it is releasing them from the kinds of things they're not as good at or interested in doing. And it's creating more new jobs, as reported by the World Economic Forum this year. Those new jobs are primarily human oriented roles: customer service, communications, critical thinking, visionary. How are we going to take our business forward as we leverage technology? Those are unique human capabilities, which is what we're better at as people. So, how do you actually get started? Or for those that have already started leveraging AI and technology, how can you take it forward? I work with companies in all different industries and consistently see some things that work and some things that don't. Starting with tech for tech's sake is one of those that doesn't work. I've seen people say, we're going to go out and we're going to double down on Copilot and we're going to allow people to use ChatGPT and we'll see what happens. That can create chaos. I recommend you move forward with what I call peace, starting with purpose. Define a problem within your team, within the organization that you haven't been able to solve. Like B of A defined a problem of how do we keep customer service people? Think about within that problem, are there areas that AI could offload people? Could maybe advance how much research we could do? Could be better at finding issues? And then go out and explore. What is the right AI tool that could solve this problem? It might be a general purpose tool like Microsoft Copilot. If it's meetings that you're trying to reduce, maybe there's a way of using Copilot or Zoom's assistant or other assistant to refine your meetings. If it's a broader, how do we process claims or risk information differently? Maybe it's a purpose-built tool, but explore broadly. And when you see something that you think, maybe this could help us, try it. AI technology is growing at an exponential rate right now. Don't wait to take a course or read a book or see where it's going. Just simply try it in small segments for a few days, for a week, and collaborate with others. There is no one person on this planet that is an expert at how AI is going to solve your problem. This is a opportunity to create together with others. I advise a lot of my clients to set up bi-weekly learning labs, a fancy way of saying bringing the team together every Friday, every other Friday for an hour to share what tool did you use in this last period? What worked? What didn't work? What failed? What are you afraid of? Let's learn together as we explore how AI can solve problems, allowing people to do what they do best. And as you find things that are working in small segments, then empower others. Empower others to embrace it, utilize it, and begin to explore new problems that either that tool or other tools could be there to solve. AI is a tool. It combined with the creativity, innovative mindset, intuition, empathy of people can create a whole new world. And my Silicon Valley optimist view is that world can be made up of peace, where people solve problems through exploring, using, collaborating, and empowering technology to create a better future.